This podcast provides a platform that will share many different points of views that should empower you, uplift you, make you want to go out and do right. When you hear the term still a man, say, yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Let's go.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Still a Man podcast. Okay, let me first send out condolences to Trey Dean's family. My condolences on behalf of the Still a Man podcast. That is a lot for that family to deal with. Of course, I'm talking about the young man that lost his life at Delta State University. They found the young man hanging from a tree. It is not certain the community as to how this young man lost his life, if it was foul play or suicide. So I guess it depends on who you are conversing with. But if you are asking, let's say, Black people and respectful white people that are just sensitive about just life, that value life, period, and is totally aware of the racial issues between Black and white in this area. And I'm gonna say between the ages of I say 50 to 75 years old. Yeah, you know, you're looking at this whole situation sideways and can't nobody convince you otherwise. So we're going to get into it. I'm telling you right now, this is not a conversation for the children. We're going to get deep and we are not going to hold back. I want my panel to speak their mind. I don't want to hear no BS about, oh, we're being racist. I don't care what people put in the comments. When you were talking about things that happen to a race, I don't think you can call it racism at that point, especially when it's people that are part of that race and they're speaking compassionately about what's happening to the people that belong to that race. So all you wicked white Americans that want to try to make this into something other than what it is, I'm telling you right now, you're just hateful and you're trifling. And God gonna deal with you in due time. But we're going to get to it. So let's talk about Trey Dean. Young Black man, was very happy to enroll in Delta State University. Had a bright future. Went there, and we're not even past the first semester. And this young man's life has basically been snatched away. And again, they are acting as if this is an isolated situation, activity. This has never happened before in the history of Mississippi. Ha, the lies you tell. But we're going to get into it, and we're going to get started right now. So the first question is, do you believe that Trey Dean truly committed suicide, or was he the victim of a hate crime? We ain't gonna waste the time. We're gonna get right to the ladies. Patsy, what do you say? Suicide or hate crime?
If he's found in a tree, then it's definitely a hate crime. But there's the university was saying one thing, that he was found in his bedroom in the bed. but the media was saying in the tree. So, I believe the tree story. So that's definitely a cover up, a hate crime, point blank. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay. Tanya, what do you say? Was Trey Dean the victim of a hate crime, or did he commit did he commit suicide?
I'm gonna, how can I say? Without knowing what the autopsy report is, the fact that he was found hanging, that's a hate crime.
Okay. So just to give you guys some insight, they have completed an autopsy, and the autopsy shows that it was suicide. That's that's their finding. But shouldn't be surprised. This is Mississippi.
Yes.
Duchess, give us your views. Hate crime or suicide?
I believe it's a hate crime. I wouldn't believe any coroner that came from Mississippi. I'd have an independent coroner do the autopsy. They like to play fast and loose with these findings down south, even up here, but they're very loose down there.
Gregory, what do you say? Hate crime or a case of suicide?
It's definitely a hate crime and a sacrifice. Mississippi has a lot of powerful 33rd parallel ley lines.
You just can't throw that out there. You gotta educate the viewers and
It's electromagnetism where there are hot spots across the grid where you can get free energy and stuff.
and so you said a sacrifice. A sacrifice for what?
I'm gonna go ahead and say white power.
Okay, I want you to be specific. Don't hold back. If you're gonna put it out there, give us it all. Give it all. Give it all. Give it all. Brimage, what you say?
Good evening. Is it? Ask my question again because I want to
Is it a
answer.
hate crime or an act of suicide? Do you believe that Trey Dean committed suicide, or is this a hate crime?
It's some type of crime. I mean, we can all speculate and assume that this is maybe a white and a black thing, but it could have been black people in that college that hung this boy. We don't know yet because I'm just gonna go. It looks like it could be a hate crime. I don't think it's a suicide at all because show me the evidence. If he hung himself out in the tree and he was the only one that took his life, did he have a ladder, step ladder, a stool? How did he get up there? How did he hang himself? Just show me something. You don't got nothing to show him believe that, he killed his own self in that tree. So that's why I'm to assume, like others, that someone hung him in it. But if he was so-called found in his bedroom, and they're covering us up, trying to make us believe that he was found in a tree and put him there because he was murdered in his bedroom, then that's a whole different story we can be talking about.
Okay. Timmy, what's your views? Do you believe that Trey Dean committed suicide, or was he a victim of a hate crime?
I agree with the women on the panel.
Okay. Stay right there, Timmy. I'm gonna hit you with question number two. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to answer that question. Um, Here's the thing, right? As I said in the beginning of this show, this state in the surrounding states are known for this type of behavior. And here's my issues with Delta State University, and I hope I'm referring to them correctly. Where are your videos? Because these college campuses usually have some type of videos and stuff like that. So I don't believe for 1 second that there's no video footage of what truly took place. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all are up to no good, because here's what I got to say to you, wicked white Americans. Had this been a white person, you would have more than enough evidence. I don't think there'll be no question about if this was suicide or homicide or hate crime. I think y'all would know, and you would have did your due diligence to make certain that you had the right outcome at the conclusion of your investigation. So I think y'all lying. That's just my opinion. And Timmy, the second question is Mississippi still a nesting place for white supremacy?
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's been that way since time. They were one of the states that didn't want to stop slavery.
Mm-hmm. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
So yeah, I mean, it always is and always will be, unless they get rid of the white supremacists and get people, honorable people, not people that they can control.
Good luck with that. Patsy, what do you say? Is Mississippi still a nesting place for white supremacy?
Of course it is. Most of those states are nesting places for hatred and any clan going on. It's just when they choose to show their true colors, so when it happens.
Okay. Robert, what do you say? Is Mississippi still a nesting place for white supremacy?
That's America being great again. How could they go wrong? That's what the motto of "Make America Great Again" is. Mississippi.
Okay. Tanya, what you say, beloved?
I say that it is, and I think that it will be even more so with, I heard, seen earlier reportings about Mississippi turning blue. So that's really gonna put them in the KKK in the uproar. So unfortunately, we might see more of this happening as a backlash.
Okay, Gregory, what do you say?
I think America itself is a stomping ground for white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Duchess, what's your views? Is Mississippi still a nesting place for white supremacy?
Absolutely.
Okay. So since you guys all agree, let's go to question number 3. Okay. According to research, Mississippi police officials quickly ruled that Trey Dean's death was suicide, and there is no immediate evidence that states foul play. Should we be concerned about their findings? Kiana, you can touch that first.
Can you skip me, please?
All right, we'll go to Patsy. Patsy, what do you say?
They came to conclusion a little too quickly, and so therefore it should be questioned. Just like the family is questioning them, trying to question the university, and got a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
because someone from the university called them and said one thing, but they found out through the media that it was something else on his death. So there's like a conflict of which way he died. Did he die in his bedroom or did he die in a tree?
Mm-hmm.
And he got hung. So yeah, should be questioned and fully investigated.
Okay.
You can come back to me now.
Mm-hmm. Kiana, go ahead. So the Mississippi police officials quickly ruled that Trey Dean's death was suicide. And there is no immediate evidence that indicates otherwise. No foul play. Should we be concerned about their findings?
You said the police said that?
The police officials,
Yeah,
the
they
Mississippi
didn't
police
do any
officials.
investigation. Police investigate, well, excuse me, detectives investigate.
Mhm.
So you cannot come to a conclusion by just observing. You need to collect evidence. No evidence was really collected, so I don't believe them.
Mhm. Timmy, what do you say? Robert?
I agree with Kiana. They ain't doing their job. They quick to try to hurry up and get it over with so it don't draw attention. The quicker they mash things and call whatever the death is, the quicker they can get rid of the attention that is going to bring.
I agree. I agree. Brimage?
Could you hit me with the question, please?
So, Mississippi police officials quickly ruled that Trey Dean's death was suicide, and there is no immediate evidence of foul play. Should we be concerned with said findings?
Yes, you should be.
Yes, yes. Tanya?
I'm going to agree with the panel. Yes, they should be concerned. Like Kiana said, and detectives do the investigating. You can't come to a conclusion just by observing. And they came out really quick with that. And the fact that the parents didn't know anything, the family members didn't know anything about it except for what they saw on social media. The police didn't even contact them. And when they did, they gave conflicting, like Patsy said, they gave conflicting information.
Mm-hmm.
And they all worked together. The coroner, the police, the sheriffs, they work together. And I don't know who, we had this discussion before that the campus police is there for the school. They're not for the victims. They're there to make sure that the school is still in good standing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the birthplace of lynching. So it's a status quo.
Mm-hmm. Gregory, what do you say?
Can I get the question again?
Mississippi police officials quickly ruled that Trey Dean's death was suicide, and there was no immediate evidence that indicates foul play. Should you be concerned about said findings?
Yes, be concerned because since they started calling Mississippi a part of America and all the way up into the Trails of Tears from the Indians and stuff, it's a whole bunch of bad stuff that happens down there to colored people. Ever since Emmett Till, so it's just like you should be thinking that there's foul play going on because they even try to justify the stuff that happened to Emmett Till.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm gonna hold off on that because that like I said, these people are just sick. But again, I'm gonna say it to you again. These people claim that they have completed an autopsy and it shows that there is no foul play. And again, I want to know how did y'all come to this so quickly? Because I feel like y'all all are reading from a script. This is what we're going to tell the community. And that being said, we're going to go to question number 4. Why did Delta State University notify local media before notifying Trey's family? Gregory?
Because it's bigger than the sacrifice of him. They want that to impact the world, to cause tension, a little ripple effect, even if it's just a little bit for their race war.
Hmm. Good. 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 Patsy?
Um, to kind of hype some up, but obviously, with it being 2025, and most people nowadays understand their right to voice their opinion and question the school these parents had done put their kid in, their child in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they know their son and they're wondering what was really going on while he was going to school.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to beforehand that led up to this situation? And was he drugged? Or what was going on? Like, they just wanted to, they thought they were gonna um pull the wool over their eyes and let them think they stupid or crazy or something. I don't know. When these people were smart enough to say, wait a minute. No, 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 no. Y'all are saying one thing, the media is saying something. So what's factual?
Huh? Timmy, what do you say? Why was the school quick to notify media of Trey Dean's death as opposed to notifying the parents, the family first?
because they're trying to protect the school. Everybody knows that whoever gets the story out first, whether it be the the, the parents or the school tried to get ahead of it so they didn't have to, you know, face questions on why things happen on the campus. So they mainly looking out for the school. So they tried to go to the media before the parents or somebody else in the school goes to the media, and then the school has to play you know, they have to do damage control, have public relations come out and try to do damage control. So that's what I think it was mainly about because they don't want the
John
negative
Edwards says join the
attention
meeting.
that's going to be drawn to the story, you know. So they try to put it out there beforehand so they could be ahead of everybody else who so those who come with this story after is going to be just that. We put the story out there first, and that's the whole story of it.
Okay. Robert, what do you say? Why was Delta State University quick to notify the media as opposed to notifying Trey Dean's family of his murder? And I'm calling
Maybe
for
because they
murder.
was worrying about this getting put out there by the students that might have covered something. Because that's what I'm still to believe that's out there. Somebody got a videotape, some recording, knowing what really happened or might have witnessed it. So that's probably yet to come. But I think that they were just trying to cover their school's ass to make sure the media came and portrayed a story in their liking, which was going to protect, I guess, the white race. But I do want to just throw this out there. They could have also been thinking, this is alleged, that if they would have contacted his family first, because they're saying the reason why they didn't contact the family because they have certain members of the family on their card that they can get in touch with. So it might have took them some time to reach those two people. So the other family members was never gonna get called, or we can go with this. So-called there was a cousin that attended this school.
Mm-hmm.
I already went through some bull with the school where they tried to bring him up on a hate crime for hazing. And he allegedly, well, that's what I'm hearing, is saying that how could he be the one accused for the hate crime for a homosexual hate crime and he was the one being targeted?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that too. They try to hush it up, sweep it under the rug to
Yeah, so
find out the
there
truth.
could be retaliation. Them people that was bothering him and his friends could have finally found out his young freshman cousin was entering their school, and it could have been foul play. They got him to stick it to him. Never know what happened in that damn college.
Mm-hmm. T, what's your perspective?
Well, I agree with some of what everybody on the panel is saying. But let me put this out there for food for thought because Mississippi is I'm just gonna say it, is Trump country, MAGA country, that this could have been something with the hanging in the tree was another way of trying to stroke fear and outrage to rile the people up to cause riots.
Martial law.
Yeah, for martial law.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll go with that. Um, let's go. Welcome, Sean. Sean, um, so why did Delta State University con contact okay, hold on guys. I just got a message. So Sean is just listening. Okay. Sean, if you feel like
Sorry, guys.
yeah, if you feel
Yeah,
like answering
Feel
anything,
better.
thank you.
just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. All right. So Kiana, same question. Why did Delta State University notify the local media before notifying the family of Trey Dean's death?
They had no regard or respect for his family because you should be notified Even the police should have notified his parents
Mhm.
right away or his family right away. So, um, it's all to me, it's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors and BS.
Okay.
Because there's no reason why. I mean, if they were going to say something, his name should have been omitted. They could have said that something happened on the campus and we're looking into it. But to put it fully out there without any regard to his family, they have no respect for the family, and neither did the police.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna piggyback on that too, since everybody else has had a chance to answer it. I'm gonna say this: y'all mofo's, y'all are covering up something. Y'all are a part of a cover up because the whole way you handled this situation, um, I agree with Kiana. Y'all had no consideration of the family's feelings at all. And then y'all gonna use this BS excuse about y'all notified the point of contact, the person that was on his emergency contact. And basically what you're saying in a roundabout way without just coming out and saying it, well, it's not our fault that the people that we contacted wasn't the people that wanted to be contacted. That's what you're basically saying. But according to some of the family members, they didn't learn about the incident until it appeared on social media. So again, what was the holdup then? All right, we're gonna go to question number 5, and maybe this will clear this up. Okay, so Patsy alluded to it several times, and some other people alluded to it. There was conflicting information, like reports and stuff like that. The grandfather said when he was first notified of said incident, he was told that his grandson was found dead in his campus bedroom. And then he was later notified that his grandson was found hanging from a tree on campus. Again, I think before you put out any information, because you guys supposedly professionals, that you would do your necessary research, you find out who the contact person is, you make sure you did your investigation and everything.
Something going around, so feel better, Sean. New unread messages. You have a new message from K iPad colon definitely. Something going around, so feel better, Sean dot dot.
Hold on, guys. There was a message coming in. All right, so I would think that you did, all of you guys, you professionals, the campus police, the state police, the coroners, the medical people, the campus staff.
New unread messages.
Everybody would have did their due diligence before bringing this to the family and the media. There should not be conflicting reports. But again, let's get you guys' views on this. Duchess, how do you feel about this? The grandfather says that first he was told his grandson was found dead in his room. Next, he learned that his grandson was found hanging from a tree. What's your views on this? What do you think is going on?
It's foul play because those two things don't even go together.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these college campuses have hella cameras. So this could easily be proven one way or the other. And the mere fact that it's dragging out and that's not been released to the family or any of that, it lets me know that it's a skunk in the around here because it smells like hell.
And again, they said nothing to this point about any video footage. No cameras. They have not, that has not even come up. I don't know why. I haven't heard it. You got more, Key?
No.
Okay, Timmy, what's your views? The grandfather said first they told him that his grandson was found dead in his bedroom. Then he learned that his grandson was found hanging from a tree. What you think is going on?
Well, with today's uh, social media thing that's going on, you never can tell because some people that that supposed to be bloggers or reporters, some of them just don't give a shit about getting the actual facts. A lot of them just go and put stuff up there just for clickbait, hoping that they, gain viewers by putting up false information. And, people that don't read in between the lines sometimes fall into believing stuff that they want to believe because they don't want to believe the actual truth.
Hmm. Okay. Say less, say less. Patsy, how do you feel about that?
Um, that's why the family got a lawyer and to get the truth out on getting these unredacted videotapes um of if where the tree was he was hung from, who hung him, and like whoever they get to help investigate this on their own or outside of the police need to find out and figure out and get a clear picture of who did what and how he was hung.
Okay. Gregory, what's your views?
And the question was it foul play?
So basically, the grandfather said he received conflicting reports. First, someone told him that his grandson was found dead in his bedroom. Second, he was told that he was found hanging from a campus tree, from a tree on campus.
Right. And wasn't that supposedly in broad daylight where they found him hanging?
7
Yeah.
7 a.m. in the morning?
And nobody took the time to check around and see if there was any evidence that they could probably collect? Like
Not a
a
ladder in sight.
surveillance
Not a
camera or
not a
something
ladder in sight.
on
Not
a
a
college
ladder
campus.
in sight.
So yeah, it's just funny all around. Who the hell would believe this story?
It's suicide, but not a ladder in sight.
Even that part. So he climbed this tree, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
y'all are putting two stick. Now he's a monkey again, right?
Mm,
Oh.
okay. Ah. Brimage, what do you say?
Hit me with the question. I'm sorry.
So, conflicting reports. The grandfather said that he was first told that his grandson was found dead in his campus bedroom. Later, he learned that his grandson was found hanging from a tree.
Yeah, I alluded to that earlier. That's why it doesn't add up because you told this family one thing and then you're telling them something different when I guess the police got involved. I don't know if they called him before the police got involved and told him that he was found in his room. I'm I'm starting to believe that this theory, this belief I have is the case that would happen. I'm thinking that it was a bad case of hazing and it could have happened inside a room, and that's why that man has said that. And the joke, because we're at the front of the joke as black people, was we're telling that we found them hanging in a tree after a while. It's paid back for what happened to old great Charlie. So they was happy that this white man had got murdered. Let's see how they feel, sometime, right after that. That they'll find we'll tell them that a couple of black people was hanging in a tree. It's going to keep going on.
Okay. Tanya, what you say?
I'm going to have to agree with the panel, and I'm going to stick to what I said earlier. But Robert made the point to say that it could have happened in the room, and then the joke, like he said, was to hang him in a tree. And again, I'm going to say that's who knows if the security, the campus security didn't have anything to do with it. Who supplied the ladder and then took the ladder away? They could be the ones who thought of it.
Or they didn't use no ladder and they just pulled him over the tree, old school style. And that's why you don't see it.
See?
And this is why the parents are getting, the whole thing stinks is why I believe Colin got involved with getting them an independent autopsy report and independent investigation, because the whole thing stinks and it screams. They keep saying they want to go back. And they're going back to where it all started.
Go ahead, T.
With the lynching and carrying on. And like I said before, they're trying to rile up to cause chaos, to get people to be in the streets so that they can call martial law. That's their whole point. Their whole making Kirk a martyr is their whole point of trying to get it back to the race baiting and going against one another.
So you said, because I want to be clear about, you're talking about Colin Kaepernick. He has elected to give them pay for an independent autopsy. And I hope this really, I'm not going to question the man's intentions, because right now they're saying that they've already had a state autopsy, and it's ruled that it was suicide. So
you can't go by a state autopsy, especially in Mississippi, because they all work together.
And that being said, stay right there, T. We're gonna go to question number 6. According to witnesses, Trey Dean's body had both bruises and broken limbs when the body was found. However, the college and police state otherwise. They said there's no truth to said findings or rumors. How do you feel about that, Tanya?
They're lying. That's why you need a second autopsy.
Okay. Timmy, what you say?
Repeat that.
So, according to witnesses, when Trey Dean's body was found, it had bruises and broken limbs. However, both the police and medical personnel dispute said rumors.
Yeah, it's best to get outside autopsy, outside investigators and all that, because as you see, you can't trust the governor or the state period. So you have to go roundabout hiring your own lawyer, and they're gonna end up paying these people money. The college is gonna end up selling out because they don't want to drag on that shit. So they're gonna end up selling out once they get uh the full case and focus.
Okay. Patsy, what do you say?
Can you tell me the question again? I'm sorry.
According to the witnesses, Trey Dean's body had both broken limbs and bruises when the body was found. However, both the police and medical officials dispute said rumors.
I believe the witnesses over the autopsy and the police because a lot of southern states, especially depending on which cities you go into, and 90% of southern cities will lie over telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're not non-white.
Okay. Duchess, what you say?
I'm sorry. I would like you to repeat the question so I can answer it correctly.
Yep. Fair. So, according to witnesses, Trey Dean's body had both bruises and broken limbs when it was found. However, both the police and medical personnel dispute said rumors.
And I don't believe them because they started off on a lie. Mm-hmm. So everything you say after that is contradictory. So I don't believe them. I believe that there are bruises, which again is the reason why they would try to hurry up and sweep this under the rug, hurry up and rule it a suicide, so we don't have to deal with this. Let's wrap this up. Let's move on. And it's like, no, if you told the family one thing, and then you get on the news and you say something totally different, everybody should look at you suspiciously. And so, and then if there are bruises and broken bones, that is a complete contradictory of a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
How he break his arms and legs climbing up the tree? Yeah, sure. That yeah. If that was the case, there would only be ligament bruises around his neck. So nothing would be broken. Well, his neck, but not his arms and limbs. So no, I don't believe.
Brimage, what's your views?
Well, I go back to what they do: beat them up in the in camp on campus, beat them up inside the bedroom or something, slice them, cut them. I mean, they say he had cuts and broken legs and arms, but that's coming from the cousin had clearly said that too, and then, you know, you got another person saying, oh, you can't really believe what the cousin said because the autopsy report said that it wasn't no foul play, it was just suicide. And I said, yeah, but see, that's just like someone going here breaking his legs and arms and slicing them up and covering up by lighting his body on fire. Well, there was no broken legs and arms and slices. He died because his body burned to death. We will never know unless someone hears the news or some type of social media or perhaps the Still a Man platform and say, they said, get the videos out. This story might be worth money or be worth saving other people's lives.
Okay. Gregory, what's your perspective?
Can I get the full question again so I can answer correctly?
According to witnesses, Trey Dean's body had both bruises and broken limbs when they found it. However, both the police and medical personnel dispute said findings or rumors.
All right. So my question for that it would be: did they say that his neck had broken bones in it?
Hmm.
Because you saying that there were no broken bones found in the body just sounds like a lie all in itself, knowing that this man was hung.
That's a
How could the coroners or the people doing the autopsy come to that conclusion if he had a broken freaking neck, like Kurt Angle?
mm, mm, mm. That's a good question. Tanya, what's your perspective?
I answered it already, babe.
Okay. So I'm gonna answer this. Y'all are some lying mofos, trying to tell you right now. Cause first, you went out your way to notify local media before notifying the parents, because you wanted to get ahead of the story. Because you want to put your own narrative out there. Then you turned around and gave conflicting reports to the grandfather. So I guess if that is the point of contact, the emergency contact, I am not certain based upon all the lies that y'all tell. You start telling one lie, then you tell another to support that lie, and then you go on. Now you go and you tell the bigger lie, which you want the whole world to believe. And I'm not even certain if the whole world even knows about this, because you probably covered that up too. So you individuals, despicable individuals, you said this young man had no broken bones. And again, Gregory made a great point. Usually when somebody is hung, uh I I think, and I can't be certain because I'm not a person that specializes in hangings. But someone check that, fact check that. Does the neck snap? Is there any broken bones? Any bruising? There should be bruising around the neck from the rope. I mean, that definitely should be some bruising. But here's what makes it even worse. So you guys, right? So let's say if the witnesses, which are the students, they saw the body, said when you took the body down or whatever, and they said there was bruises and broken bones. Did they hear that, or was that their assessment of the body upon viewing it or looking upon it? So here's my thing, right? So it's a suicide. It's what y'all said. But some people said the body had bruising and broken limbs. All right. So you want me to believe that this young black man committed suicide, and this is how he did it, and this is how the broken bones came about. So here's my scenario. Okay. He climbed the tree, attempting to commit suicide, and he fell. And he broke a bone. And so he was not going to be discouraged. He climbed back up the tree, fell again, and broke a bone. So he kept trying until he successfully completed the task, which was hanging. Nope.
Excuse me. My rebuttal to that, you got to be a jackass. You break a leg, you can stand up. You break another leg, you can stand up and still get up on that tree. You broke an arm or a leg at the same time, right behind each other. Where's your grip? What you holding on with to pull yourself up and keep climbing? So that's impossible. I don't believe it. Second, they told you guys, so you won't be able to say this. He did not break no legs. He did not break no arms. He had no cuts on him. We did not tell you guys he didn't break a neck. We told you guys he strangled himself from the tree by killing himself due to the strangulation of his neck. So, of course, there's marks and all down his neck. They'll be laughing right now saying, we told you about his arms, legs, and the cuts. We did not say he didn't die to the neck injury.
Nope. If you go back and look at the what's the
But
name?
they said there was no broken bones
There
or,
was no
or bruises.
bruises. They disputed all of that. So again, you're lying. You're so used to lying, you just forgot to tell the truth, because there would be bruising around the neck. But you're trying to make it look like that this was so clean. Nope. You're lying.
It's explained for. He did it himself.
Dave, can I say this? What Keanu said earlier, there's supposed to be a lot of security cameras around campus or something.
That's right.
And come on now, this is on the kitchen side or the cafeteria side, in the area where they're playing some type of
pickle court.
yeah, and you're telling me there's no cameras out there watching your students having fun or monitoring their behaviors, social skills, whatever. They come out the cafeteria out that door, however. I mean, no nurse, I mean, no cafeteria staff, nobody witnessed this, seen, heard anything.
Nope. But stay right there, Robert.
Was he clothed?
We don't know none of that. We don't know it. Like they're not forthcoming with too much information. Well, I guess if you've seen the actual police report, they'll probably tell you all that, what he was wearing, if he was wearing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys hold on one second, because I think this might shine a light on what's really going on. Okay. Question number 7. So, according to research, Cleveland, Mississippi is historically known for being a sundown town. So, this recent lynching or hanging of this young black man is a haunting echo. A haunting echo. Say it again, a haunting echo of the town's past. Robert, what do you say to that?
Now, let me just be clear about this. This young man was killed after sunset.
He was found at 7 o'clock in the morning, so that implies that, well, they're trying to convince you it happened
late night, early morning.
Yeah, under cover of night or dark.
It's very, 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 very important that you check Google research. I don't care however you get this information, word of mouth, going to visit these areas before you're gonna reside in them. I don't think that you just up and go to college somewhere and you don't know if it's dealing with the prejudice of a young black man not getting forward in life and they want to hold you back or murder you. So, or if there's just hate and race crimes in that area, I don't think that's a good area for colored people to go to. You're setting yourself up for failure. So, if it's one of those towns,
Sundown town.
if it's one of those towns, you're at your own risk. Sort of like when you go skating.
So hold on real tight, because I'm gonna give y'all a definition, give you some more insight. So a sundown town is historically one of those towns where black people couldn't be caught in a certain part of the town or that town after dark. And it was something that all the white residents were totally aware of, but turned a blind eye to the mistreatment of the black people if they was caught in said area after dark. So again, this is the nature of the beast.
And again, colored people, do your research. Don't just be up and quick to go anywhere to start a new beginning or get an education. Because sometimes that education, a new beginning, don't weigh more than losing your life.
And let me say this, Mississippi is known to be the official sundown state. It is separated completely. It's a white side, it's a black side. Your black ass has no business being in that white side.
And I will add this to this, Gregory. There are some people of color that would say you had no business being on that side of town when you know what happens on that side of town after a certain time. That's
I just said it.
But wait, if he was a student and if he was, they saying he was found in the dorm, so obviously he was going to school there and he was there. What is the makeup? What is the makeup, the racial makeup of that school?
The demographic?
Yes.
That's a good question, because again, a bigger question is, why the hell would y'all build a college in a sundown town and allow put out the invite to black students to attend said college. Sounds like to me.
A setup.
Yes. But all right. So I have
Look at that lady that got killed when she went on a trip with her college friends, and it was all white, and they said she committed suicide. She fell out the window.
Okay, so again, Gregory, I guess I basically heard your answer. Tanya, answer the question. How you feel about that? This is historically known as a sundown town. You know, they have a history of doing things like this. Should that be ignored?
No, it shouldn't be ignored. That's why you need an independent investigation. With that being a sundown town or state, they all work together. The police, the coroner, it's been that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get a independent autopsy and independent investigation.
Okay.
Fun fact, I think
You
that
got to get private investigators.
Okay, Robert.
fun fact, I think that the ratio from with white and black in that university, white is 52 point something, black is 36 point something, and the rest make up the rest.
Not surprised. Not surprised. It could have been reversed, but they still have the authority. Could have been reversed because, like I said, that's the nature of the beast. Timmy, let's get your views. This Cleveland, Mississippi, where Delta State University is located, is historically known as a sundown town. So, should that give you pause to begin with? Should that make you question what's being said about the outcome of this investigation and the findings that it was a suicide as opposed to a hate crime? Patsy, you can answer.
Well, I think that with the school being like a state school, they should be subjected to like federal investigation, not just an independent investigation of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a rebuttal for that
Yeah.
federal investigation. The federal investigation ain't going to get nowhere because the federal government got instituted getting rid of DEI, and what's this boy a DEI target?
Uh-huh.
And the attorney general and them, they are corrupt. They're not going to do a good, positive, thorough investigation.
Yes. Tanya, you just pointed out something. You got this comes on the heels again. Someone alluded to this earlier of the Charlie Kirk shooting, and he was somebody that was fond of spewing such hate in regards to black students and their qualifications to get into said establishments, college, universities, institutions of sorts. So he felt like that black students were inferior. There was no way they can get the grades. They could pass the qualification, the tests, and stuff like that. So the only way you would gain interest is through what you just said, DEI hires, and the fact that they make certain allowances for people of color. It's reverse discrimination. It's discrimination against the white race. All right, let's get Kiana in on this. Kiana, Cleveland, Mississippi is historically known for being a sundown town. In this recent hanging of the young black man is a haunting echo of the town's past. What do you say? What's your views on that?
So this even further supports my argument that this is a fishy situation. And if you were a smart college, you would not want this uh, on your record to entice more students to come to you. Less students means less money. Everybody cares. That's all these people care about is money anyway. So you would think that you would be supportive of trying to quench the flame that's coming up, that this looks vicious, and douse the fire. But you know, all the people in charge are not smart. So when you have stupid people investigating and being in charge of things, they tend to tell on themselves, leave a trail, and do I believe that the FBI or the DOJ is going to do anything? No, they're corrupt. They're led by incompetent people. Incompetent people don't know how to do a job that they were hired for, or excuse me, given, because they just want them to look, they want to look good, because they're being supportive of stupidity. So that they're not, them being in charge is going to do nothing. It won't yield anything.
So
Dave, let me just say this to Patsy. Patsy, you saying that you think there should be a federal investigation, and me coming back saying what I said is in no way was discrediting what you thought or how you felt. In normal circumstances, if we had
competent,
yes, DOJ government officials that goes by the rule of law, that would be the right answer to say. But we don't have that right now. They're not going by.
That's why I said they should do that, not to say that they will do that. That's all I was saying. I heard what you said, and I know what you're saying, but I think I kind of said something to the fact that they should, but I wasn't necessarily giving hopes up to what they will do to investigate. So I agree with you, but I just say what I say because I feel like they should, not that they necessarily will go according to what's right by what happened.
Okay, pause right there. Let me ask y'all a question before I go on to question number 8. You know, did anybody see the press conference? Anyone?
This one that he just did in the Oval Office?
No. About Delta State University. Anybody see the what's
It's talking about when the commissioner or something
Did anybody
was speaking, and he tried to paint a picture of, we experience stuff like this, but it's not the way people's trying to make it out to be.
Oh yeah.
And listen, and a little bit of emotional characteristics in there. Him, like he was gonna break down. And I seen all of that.
I saw that.
But I kind of was on the fence with this. This is the way I took it. I took it like, you're trying to save face to your campus, your college. You know that this been going on for so long, it done got worse. So you throw in there. Just the other night, I was down in the gym with those guys, 3 white guys. I don't want to say it like that. And we played some type of, I don't know if he said whipple ball or whipple, some type of basketball.
Yeah.
And I said, man, listen, nowhere's perfect. You covering up for something that happened instead of trying to fix this and come up with a solution where this won't happen more often or just happen at all. So I seen that.
So the reason why I was asking you that is because I felt like that each representative was it just seemed like their whole message was scripted.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like they was each stumbling over their words, like they wasn't even convinced as to what they were saying.
Yeah.
And the reason why I asked you,
For him to say that,
what color was the police official?
Wasn't he black?
I'm asking y'all.
I have no idea.
Not sure myself.
I'm asking y'all. Did you not see it?
Vision impaired person, he comes off the scene like he's a color guy, and
Yeah, he was black.
yes, and he spoke with the color guy tone, but Caucasian people's
Rhetoric.
Yeah.
understand it.
Okay,
They'll
so
always use your own kind of stick
there you
your neck
go,
in your
Gregory.
back.
There you go. And that's what I was
What they paid you at Smack? They
I'm
must
telling
have
you
paid
guys,
you in Smack.
don't sit up here and candy coat, water it down, or tippy toe around it. Tell the truth, shame the devil. That man, that black man, sit up there and spew that dirty lie about another person of his race. And you try to clean that up, and
His
it wasn't
statement
convincing.
alone
It
that
just wasn't convincing.
it happens here, but not like that. But then a
Yeah,
simple Google search for
it's
Mississippi's
happened.
his
It's happened often, and this is not the first time it
Black people
happened
in
in the
Mississippi
2000s.
endured institutionalized and violent oppression, including slavery, racial terror, lynching, Jim Crow segregation, and resistance to the civil rights movement.
Okay,
Yeah,
Since
they probably threatened. If he didn't say what they told him to say,
yeah,
that his job would be in jeopardy.
that's right. Now y'all are on the same
he's true
page.
blue.
Mm-hmm. Now check this out. That's a good setup for question number 9. Nope, question number 8. Did the lynching of the young black man instill fear within the black community, or did it revive the fighting spirit of the black race? Kiana, you can jump on that first.
Okay. Did it scare us? I don't believe that it did. Did it I mean, we've always had a fighting spirit. So um and we've always been aware. I think it just makes people more aware of things that people try to act like don't exist, like this whole racism doesn't exist. But if you had to address in a press conference of a sundown town history, well, guess what? Racism does exist.
They ain't stupid. They just trying to convince us that we are. That we dumb enough for them to fall for it.
This whole scenario has me thinking that they think we're the dumbest people on earth.
Well, if but
They think we monkeys, so what you
that
think?
that will follow. But monkeys are smart, so they're the dummies.
Monkeys know to head to the trees, the highest points of the trees, to escape the danger.
It's funny for them to think we're monkeys and they're the ones that carry that genetic trait.
Well, they're always projecting.
Mm-hmm. All right. Did you have more, Key?
No, these people despise. I mean, they're despicable. I despise them. I hate when someone tries to play like you're dumb in your face, and all this, look at the left hand so I can, play full Monty with the right hand is just just is insulting, and it's like I said, I think it's disrespectful to the family, and it's disrespectful to the community, even that community.
Mm-hmm.
Think that you could say falsehoods and we're supposed to take it hook, line, and sinker.
Okay. Patsy, what's your views?
I believe they actually. Let me get the question again. I'm sorry. I want to answer it right.
Okay. Did the hanging of the young black man instill fear within the black community, or do you believe it revived the fighting spirit of the black race?
I think the black community already was like have a fights and fighting
Yes,
spirit.
Patsy.
But God willing, if they had like this young man's friends, if he had a mixed setting of friends, anyways, besides the people that did this heinous act,
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure like all his classmates, the black community will rally up together and be like, no, y'all need to correct and find out what really went on and to why this young man died the way he died.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Timmy, what's your views?
Uh, uh, tell me that question again.
So, did the hanging of this young black man instill fear within the black community, or did it revive the black community's fighting spirit?
They'll stir anger. They'll stir up some anger.
Okay. Brimage, what you say?
You asking me?
Yes.
My answer to that question, color people been aware of this nonsense for so many years. So you're not gonna should I say, follow their judgment, play on their shrewdness, I should say, because we're not stupid. This ain't our first, second, third, fourth walk with this type of demeanor, and it won't be our last. All you do is open up our eyes to your tricks that is becoming dull, and you should be very scared of color race, because once you see that you're not penetrating, putting fear into their eyes or their hearts, then that's when that feeling reverse on white people, and they become very scared and worried.
AKA white fear. Mm-hmm. Mr. Lacey, what's your perspective?
Reviving the black fighting spirit is crazy because us as black people have been fighting forever. We fight each other, we fight everybody, we fight the system. Sometimes we fight ourselves. That black fist is powerful, and trying to scare us is out of the question. Them testing the waters is something that they do often anyways. Look at the KKK rally that got shot at, and they said it was a peaceful protest, and it was practicing a peaceful protest when they was doing the Black Lives Matter thing, and they was shooting rubber bullets at them people, but them people were still fighting. You get what I'm saying? So they'll test the waters here and there, do a little something, throw something out, see what happens. But that black fist is coming your way.
Okay. Yeah, I better duck. Um, Tanya, what's your perspective?
I'm gonna agree with the panel.
Okay. Tiny, stay right there. I'm gonna hit you with the next question. If white supremacists truly believe that the white race is the superior race, why do they continue to persecute the black race that they perceive to be the inferior race?
Because deep down inside they know that they're the inferior race. That's why they're trying to whitewash our history. I don't know if anybody saw Charlie Kirk's
Memorial.
memorial. Yeah, where one of the guys, the one who is the author of the 2025 media portion of the 2025 playbook, was saying that they're the inventors, they're the creators. They basically everything that we did, he said that they did, and we have nothing, and we are nothing. So, like I
Imposter syndrome.
like I always say, whatever they say about us is their projection of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're creating their own white fear.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well said. Well said. Timmy, what's your perspective?
I agree with Tanya.
Okay. Patsy, what's your views?
Skip on this question.
Skip you? Okay. Brimage, let's get your perspective. If white supremacists truly believe that they are the superior race, why do they continue to persecute the black race that they perceive to be the inferior race?
I'm gonna agree with Tanya, and I'm just gonna add this to it. If that's the case, then leave us alone.
They can't, because we are the blueprint for any success that they shall have.
No, game's over. You won already. You're the king. Remember, you sit up high, one underneath you. Leave us alone. Let us go live our beautiful life, our riches, and enjoy what God has set out for us to endure.
Again, they can't remain at those heights if they're not standing on our shoulders and the falling bodies of our excellence, our fallen soldiers.
Then again, who needs who?
Okay. Duchess?
Can you repeat the question?
So, if white supremacists truly believe that the white race is the superior race, why do they continue to persecute the black race that they perceive to be the inferior race?
Because they don't really believe that. Because if you believe something, you don't need to tell anybody. You don't need to make proclamations and declarations. You would just go about your day, your business, or whatever. But when you have to continually say we're superior, or we're alpha, and you're nothing, you're trying to convince yourself that the lie coming out of your mouth is truth.
Okay. Stay right there, Kiana. Hit you with question number 10.
Hold on, let me answer the question, big dog.
Oh, go ahead, G. You need the question again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the question is, if white supremacists truly believe that the white race is the superior race, why do they continue to persecute the black race that they perceive as the inferior race?
Um, when you smell shit, and then you know that most of the inventions that these people have come up with, they stole it. It's just crazy to even think like that. But I had another fun fact from Google, real quick. By the start of the Civil War, enslaved people made up over half of Mississippi's population, making the state's economy and society heavily dependent on forced labor of the black people. The state's rich river bottomland was used for highly profitable cotton production with enslaved black laborers. So I would like to know, what did they build and what was theirs, and how are they better than us if we are the people that were bettering the economy and all this other stuff
What they
for
built,
free?
what they built is the collapsible lie that they continue to tell. That's what they built. That's the only thing they built. A lie, a bed of lies. That's what they built. Um, Let me go ahead and pay these bills. As always, this episode of the Still a Man podcast is brought to you and sponsored by EmporiumPlus.org. EmporiumPlus.org is an online store. It is your one-stop shop. If you can't find what you're looking for in this store, then you are not shopping in the right store. And in this store, we have a t-shirt that states, "You can't make sense out of nonsense." Also, there's another shirt in there that states, and this is for you, Black America. Black America, we do it for the culture. That's why we do what we do, so we can inform you guys, so that y'all can make informed decisions about what's being said about you and how people are behaving when dealing with you. And we have another t-shirt that states, "Get in line or get left behind." And let's just go ahead and round this up with this. There's another t-shirt in there that states, "Hurt people, hurt people." Let that marinate. Robbie, you want to tell the lovely viewers where they can purchase? Well, I already told them where they can purchase these shirts from, but can you tell them what type of brands that they can find in this online store?
Well, you definitely could just punch in EmporiumPlus.org, where you will find fashions in all brands. Still a Man, S.A.M, Adaptive Parish, SOS, Support Our Sisters, Adaptive Parish, Ladies First, Envy Forever, and some merch in EmporiumPlus.org. You also can keep on tuning in to our YouTube page, Still a Man Podcast, the Still a Man platform. Enjoy the videos that's up there and expect more to come. Hit the like button, spam a comment. Those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We appreciate you. And one last thing, we have been putting up some raw footage, unedited. If you can spam a comment and tell us if that's something that you're interested in continuing to see, or should we get back into editing our videos, because we just gave you a little insight how all of us on this panel have a busy life, but we take time out doing something we love and giving you guys some views, our points, our opinions. Thank you very much.
Well said, well said. All right, Duchess, it's back to you, and we are on question number 10. All right. Question number 10 states, America has a history of treating the black race as if they are expendable. Do you agree or disagree with that, Kiana?
Do I agree that America treats us like we're just
Expendable.
expendable, dispensable? I do believe that they think that, especially with the history in this country, they work people to death and then replace them with another, and continuously did that for hundreds of years, especially with, hard labor like picking cotton. You don't feed people. So when you have no respect for them, or you believe that they're not human, you believe that um they're easily able to be gotten rid of, because they're nothing but a supply.
Mm. Well said, well said. Patsy, it's on you.
Um, I feel like they don't have no respect for um people of color, and like Kiana said, it's black people are dispensable. It's like you work them hard, and um like they're a second class citizen or less. So yeah.
Well said, well said. Tanya, what's your views?
I'm gonna say yes. Wait, repeat that question again. I want to make sure that I'm clear-eyed on what I'm saying.
America has a history of treating the black race as if they are expendable.
Yes, they do have a history of treating the black race as if they're all are expendable, and it's hard for them to do that now, because if it wasn't for the black race standing up for civil rights to be treated equally, a lot of Americans other than the black race would not be experiencing democracy as it was, because it's quickly heading into autocracy right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Timmy, what's your views? America has a history of treating the black race as if they are expendable. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, Gregory, let's get your perspective. America has a history of treating the black race as if they are expendable. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with that, but we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. It landed on us.
Hmm. Okay. Rimich, let's get your perspective.
I agree. I agree. I'll say this. We're choose, used, and abused.
Hmm. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the last question of the night. But before we do that, let me just give America a little insight. And this is going to help you grow, people. And this is it. It's simple. America. American foundation is built of this, right? The Black nation is the cornerstone of the American foundation. You get that? It's simple. The Black nation is the cornerstone of the American foundation. You are nothing without us. Your greatest wealth came from the blood, sweat, and tears of the Black race. All right. And that's a nice setup for the last question of the night. Patsy, how does the black race combat the vigorous, and again, I say the vigorous onslaught of white supremacy?
Um, Gathering in numbers and um loving one another, show that we can all love one another, and try to be unified, you know.
Okay.
And if there's anyone that's not in the black of the black community but live within the black community, should congregate with the black community to fight the injustices of the um racist acts of white people.
Our brothers in arms.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for your participation. Gregory, let's get your perspective.
Let me get the question again, big dog.
Okay, no worries, no worries. How does the black race combat the vigorous onslaught of white supremacy?
Believe it or not, black people, you are doing a great job. You do it just the way you do it. You make them mad by ignoring that shit. And you see what they try to do to pull and push your buttons every time. They try to get us to be mad at them, and then we still go on happy in our lives and enjoy ourselves. I guess they don't like to see people smile, but
Okay.
you're a black person, smile.
All right. Thank you for your participation. All right. Robert, let's get your perspective. How does the black race combat the vigorous onslaught of white supremacy?
I mean, I had a few ways. Um, I'll give you. Truthfully, I think that we should continue doing um, what we set out to get accomplished. I really truly believe that we need to keep spreading our love, building and strengthening our knowledge, and spreading the wealth of knowledge. Um, um, keep protecting your loved ones. Keep waiting for the impossible or the unexpected to happen as if it was yesterday. Because you always got to be prepared and ready. So I just say keep keep on loving each other, keep on speaking up, keep on making right is noticed more than wrong. And and I'm gonna do something that dear, excuse me, this is just content I created, Donald Trump. I have a link for my old black and color beautiful people. There was this thing called May the Circle or the Chain Go Unbroken. And black people all around the world was to go get some type of link, put it up on social media, and said, we're going to strengthen our links again, connect our chains to strengthen what we believe in. And I'm only selling it for absolutely nothing.
Okay. So, translation, they brought us here in chains, so we need to reinforce the chains. Okay.
That's because you let the wicked in your circle, and they are destroying the way you could be thinking and making really truly America greater than they saying they can get it back to.
Okay. I will buy that only if we are stating that the chains are going to be a form of defense for us. It's going to be something that we use to keep them at bay.
I go so far as this. I believe in what you just said, and even strengthen it with this. Take those links to your local churches that may be on every four corners or every two or whatever the case may be, wherever you get your true religions from. You go there with that link and maybe have them bless it, pray over it, pour holy water on you and that, and take it home with you. Never know.
Okay.
And keep inspiring.
Okay.
Keep breaking boundaries.
Okay.
Keep stepping in those places that they don't want to see you in.
Okay. All right, Timmy, let's get your perspective.
Yeah, I think like Bertie said, keep uh keep striving, keep building, keep keep building knowledge of self, and anything is possible when you stick together. When you start to be individual, you tend to struggle. But if you stick together with, then you could get a lot of things done.
Okay. Nice set. Nice set. Thank you for your participation. Okay, we got Kiana, we got Tanya. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of these ladies will end the show? Tanya, you with
Yep,
us?
I'm with you.
You're going to take us home. Kiana,
Yes.
the question is, how does the Black race combat the vigorous onslaught of white supremacy?
I mean, join together and continue to fight. Don't give an inch, because these fools will take a yard. They'll take a mile, not a yard. Um, Continue, as Gregory said, our joy and happiness angers them, because I heard or saw someone say they never intended for us to um they never intended for us
Drive through the struggle, to smile through that shit.
no they never intended for us to be free,
Mm-hmm.
and it kills them every day.
Mm-hmm.
So your joy is like little knives in their side. So continue to be joyous, get with your community and have a plan, because they want to reclaim old things back, but as everybody knows, once you get the milk out the bottle, you can't get it back in, and we're never going back.
You reading my mind, sister. Okay, thank you for your participation. Tanya, how does the
Yeah,
Black race combat the vigorous onslaught of the white supremacy?
well, to answer your question, you said the Black race. I think it's a human race situation, because what we're battling against
That's true.
is good versus evil. And God said that we were in the world, but we are not of the world. And that the battle is not ours, it's his. And so we need to put our focus back on who our creator is, and put it in his hands, and let him, because when he fights, he wins. And he said, weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning.
Let the church say amen.
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 All right. See you guys next week. This has been another episode of the Still a Man podcast.